Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and today's starting pitcher, Justin Steele. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Outside, ball.
That's outside. And we are underway. Just missed.
2-0.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Good eye right there.
3-1.
Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2. Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one upstairs. Steele, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a curve, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up. Magical gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track. Straighten him up a little bit.
2 outs. Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Fastball for a strike.
3-1.
This ball's chopped on the ground, and that's just foul.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
That one down the line, and it finds its way through for a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
That is good. The first baseman.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton, and now it's Josh Naylor. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. Not even close there, and it's 2-1. Bounce to the right, and that chance handled. Throws to first, And the inning is over. Guardians leave 1. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Shane Bieber.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Nico Horner, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. That misses.
That's the ball.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Straw makes the grab, 1 away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. Seiya Suzuki digs in now. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He flexes his power with that swing, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Ian Happ, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
And a pitch. And now 2-0. Bieber maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Ramirez pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Cody Bellinger stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Laureano going back. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
With this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Dansby Swanson stands in. The other way. Makes the catch, inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Here at Wrigley Field, Laureano comes up to hit.
Right fielder, number 10.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Nope, ball.
And ball 1. Laureano in his 5th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Bo Naylor at the plate now. That's through there for a strike. Just off the inside edge. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
The Guardians trailing by 2 here at the top of the 2nd. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
And here is Will Brennan. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Guardians there. They trail things here 2-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's going to be Christopher Morel. The pitch. In the air out towards right center. Laureano puts it away for the out. And there's 1 away.
Batting 7th, the catcher.
Here's Yan Gomes.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go lost and ab on him. I'm from that bully with bullies with
That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. 1 out, base is empty. That one the other way. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
This strong 2nd inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Nick Madrigal. gets the call, and that's strike one. That's ripped. Base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Nico Horner. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Fastball for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Bush on third. Madrigal on at first with 2 down. Hit hard, should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Madrigal headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and they lead by 4.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
So 2 down. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. He's already homered here in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Ball misses. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Now they put the tag on him to end the inning, and I've got to think someone missed the sign there. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, top half of the 3rd inning, stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. Steele back to work. The shortstop takes the ball. Swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground to short. Sends it across the first. 1 up, 1 down. Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. In time to Bush, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, Steven.
So the lineup flips over. Steven Kwan will hit next. Went down on strikes his first time through.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
Ball 1, no strikes. On the corner for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, it should be a good outing for him.
And that's downstairs and outside. The Cubbies leading by 4. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Up the middle, and that one handled on the run. Throw to first. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. The Guardians go down in order. They're down 4-0.
Leave me alone, please. I've got a habit of doing my own thing. So if you wouldn't mind.
Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom of the inning. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And a pitch.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Swing and a miss.
No ball. 2 strikes.
And that's
Nope,
outside.
that's outside.
It's a
Ball.
ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Popped up. Moving under it. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some
Now
nice
batting,
ride
left
up
fielder.
in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. Fastball for a strike. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Ramirez sizing this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away.
The center fielder, number 24.
2 outs, base is empty. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. He's already homered in this game. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, it will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Bieber checks over to first, and he's back. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Bellinger goes. Pitch outside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, it's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings to the field on this one. Homered earlier, now he swipes second, showing off the speed. Really fun to watch him play the game.
Bellinger at second with 2 down. And that's outside.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Righty delivers. That one out to right. Laureano settles under it. And that is that. One left for the Cubs. They lead 4-0.
Can't trust that life online. Now you want that.
And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the 4th. So in now for Cleveland, Andres Jimenez. The wind and the pitch.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
And he takes a strike. That one catches the zone, and it's 2-2. The lefty fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Ramirez in the box with one away as he takes ball one. The Cubs leading by 4, top half of inning number 4. So 2 balls and no strikes. And another ball. And a 4-pitch walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Naylor batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And a foul ball. And the 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't.
There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
Man on second, 2 down. That one not close, and it's 1-1. And he deals. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking, foul ball. The pitch. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. 1 left for the Guardians. They trail it here 4-0. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th, and now the DH, Christopher Morel. The pitch. And a foul ball.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
And the righty deals. Ball 1 there.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Hit hard, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Now it's Yan Gomes. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Yan Gomes waits, and that one fouled off. Morel on at first, nobody out. And a good eye there. Chases that one upstairs.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2-2 now. Wouldn't chase that time.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Sets him down looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Man at first, and now the first baseman, Michael Bush. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Out towards right center field. Straw getting an angle on it. He's there. He's got it. 2 down. And now it's going to be Nick Madrigal. Out to short. Roquillo slings to first, and that'll do it. Cubs leave one, but they're in front 4-0. Here at Wrigley Field, all set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Bo Naylor. As the lefty gets to work. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. Naylor measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, and he was born in Canada. And a pitch. Gonna count
That's
1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Brennan, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Strike 2.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The Guardians down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third, and he went around according to Clyde Washington. Here's Brian Roquillo. Grounded out his first time.
Brian Roquillo.
Just missed. On the ground. On to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Guardians fail to score. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit.
The second baseman, Nico Horner.
Why to kick the pitch. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, the right fielder, Seiya.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. 1 for 2. Way inside, and that hit him.
Well, definitely a breakdown in his mechanics on that one. He just lost the handle and ended up way off target.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That's it for Shane Bieber, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Pitching change here, number 39.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Ian Happ up to hit. Popped in the air, left field. Kwan settles underneath it. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger up to hit. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Suzuki around second, headed for third. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So 2 on with 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to center. Straw chasing after it. Nice grab on the run. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Cubs strand a couple, but they lead it 4-0. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Miles Straw.
7, Miles Straw.
The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. That one missed. Out to short. Swanson fires over to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
The left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan, the next to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
That missed. That's
Close,
the ball.
but called a ball. Ball 1.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Right through there for a strike. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Jimenez stands in now and watches strike one. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
0-2.
And now the lefty. Slider misses outside. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Back here at the friendly confines, bottom of the sixth. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Christopher Morel. The right-hander back to work. In there at the knees.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go Nostrum Ave on him. I'm from that bully.
Gomes up for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
One down, base is empty. And foul ball. Here's a 1-1. That's towards center. Straw has a beat on it. Hauls it in, and there's two away.
Now batting, first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush. Lined into right. Laureano makes the catch, and that'll do it.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a brew.
Top of inning number 7. Here's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman.
The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Mark Leiter Jr.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. Now a fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing it up, and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Here's Josh Naylor.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That one ripped. And there's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Laureano in now, takes ball one off the plate.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And it gets down for a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Back-to-back singles. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Now let's see if they can string something together. Make it a little more interesting.
On the ground right side. That's a base hit. Around third. The throw in, but it's offline.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. Outside. 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Out of line, out towards center. Squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. A big run scores on the sac fly, and it's now a 2-run game.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag, the tag, takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. With the tying run at the plate, here the top half of inning number 7. Stays alive. Right-handed reliever. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cubs 4 and the Guardians 2. Bottom of the 7th, so up now for Chicago, Nick Madrigal. Here comes a pitch. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Action in the pen down there. James Karinchak appears to be getting loose. Sandlin also throwing. That's in there, and the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Righty to the plate. And a swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
The punch out there, and that's the first out. Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. 1 for 3. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And first offering is fouled off. And that's down and away.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Center field. Roquillo snags it on the run.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And now Seiya Suzuki. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boogie didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Ripped on a line to center. Straw makes a nice grab and a full sprint. Cubs are down quietly, but they still lead this one 4-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. So in now for Cleveland.
Miles Straw.
So they turn things over to the righty, Hector Neris. Now, these are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And here it comes. Fouled off. He was late. Kicks and fires. Well struck left field. That one is back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Neris, a 6'2 righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. The Guardians down by a pair, and we're at the top of the 8th. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Just off the inside corner. 2-2.
It's a good take.
Kicks and deals. Up the middle. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat automatically.
Hal makes the grab, and that's the inning. Guardians go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 4-2.
When their hands was out, hope you dudes in the street wearing Teflon. If they don't like Frosty, then I'ma give them F-Spawn. Go ahead and watch me.
Bottom of the 8th, stepping in, Ian Happ.
The left fielder, Ian Happ.
As he turns on the rubber, here with that good live arm delivers.
Oh, that's in.
Inside, just missed. Here's a high chopper, and he grabs it in foul ground. And another ball. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Goes down looking.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Bellinger, the base runner at first with one out. And that's outside, and that is ball one. Just missed.
2-1.
Move to first. Bellinger back easily. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one misses, and now 3-1.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
One down. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Christopher Morel. Lifted in the air, right center field. Strong sizes this one up. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Throw cut off to third. He's in there.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
At the plate, Yan Gomes. And there's a ball.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And a pitch. That one is absolutely belted. Fair ball. One run is in. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
So 2 down. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a ball popped up. Roquillo snags it. That is the inning. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Guardians. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the ninth. Now it's Jose Ramirez. pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Adbert Alzolay.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. That one a little bit high. And 1-1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And Ramirez is set down. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Check swing, and he held up.
1 ball, no strikes.
And now it's even up. Left-hand batter waits. Whoa, they threw that one behind him. Lifted in the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. Brings it in. 2 up, 2 down.
now batting, right fielder, Ramon.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Ramon Laureano. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Alzolay is just 1 strike away. That's down and in. A slider missed. On the ground, out to short. Finds its way through, base hit.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Now a chance for Bo Naylor. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that'll do it.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final score, 5-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.